talking about this earlier, and I feel like everything that we were saying, right, should still work. Where am I at? Right here. Right. Let me make sure my music ain't too loud. Hold on. Turn my music down. Turn my music down. Audibly. Gonna bring this down to what? Like 14, 12. How about that? Alright, boom, 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 boom. Alright, whoop, whoop, whoop. So I was showing what had happened, right? That these pages are now full with a gun, everything. All the stupid little details that it needs are there. I did not die. I came close, but off camera, I got to complete all the other little ridiculousnesses. But it feels good. I'm gonna add speed lines before I send it to
Feels
our
good.
colorist. You feel me?
Yeah.
And maybe some more smoke in the background of this one. But here's the missile. Right, I'm gonna add a little bit more explosionary effects to this, make this look real explosion like. Right now it looks kind of cloudy. I want it to explode. Again, I need to get a reference.
Would you like my onomatopoeia reference right now, or?
I mean, I feel like it's like once we get to that point. Wait, am I live? Hello? We're live. All right, I'm about to say, where the live at? All right, cool. No, I feel like it's best, man, once we get in there, you know what I'm saying, and start really...
I don't, like, I want to just, I think it should be Shabaya Cloud, like Shabaya Cloud,
Okay, well, how do you want to spell it? How do you want to spell that?
Come on, man,
Let's talk about the spelling of it first.
So it depends on if you want to start off with a CH or a K.
Right.
Shabaya Cloud, you know what I mean?
Let me show the folks. I was talking about the technology that the kids have. Issue 3 had references when they pulled up their this one right here. Is this? No, see, I want to show the finished one though. They had this little she had a flash drive that had this ability to pull up this holographic, recording from Colonel Mars. This is Colonel Mars, y'all. This is their sensei, so to speak, their master splinter. Wait. I gotta show the one that and then I want to show the one that Genesis had, because I think that's relatively important to what I'm trying to showcase. Let's see what it looks like. What it look like? That's the question. Yeah, this looks good.
What up, Blurred Official? Hopefully we're gonna see y'all next week, right? At the Blurred Con. Right.
Oh, I like that effect. That's a pretty cool effect right there. Look, when you look at your old art and be like, I don't remember doing that. That looks pretty good. I like that. It's not like a face. He should have been a little bit more transparent, but he kind of phases that right there. That's fine. That's what's going on here. But
page unresponsive. I don't want it to be unresponsive. I need it to be responsive.
Genesis was in the market, right?
So she was in the market in issue 2.
That's what I'm saying, right? Comics.
Yeah.
None of those. She pulls up her holographic joint. Where we at? Book 2.
Correct.
Okay, here we go. I just want to see that real quick because I want to reference. It's similar quality, but it doesn't have to be the exact same quality. Where's she shopping at? Right here?
Especially.
So the problem with here we go. Thank goodness, Chef Boyardee. I was about to say the problem with this is if I saved it as a CMYK for print, Paint Tool site doesn't like CMYK files. All right, here we go. I think this is it, y'all. There we go. So this is just a straight up holographic LED. No, it looks like a LED. Not a LED. I'm sorry. Like just a screen.
Oh man, they're gonna be at AwesomeCon the week after. Interesting. Yeah, we
Look
had
at
to
it.
make a choice. Blurred official.
Yeah. I remember Awesome.
Uh,
Someone was asking about AwesomeCon. I was like, when is that? Oh,
is
that's gonna be a little bit too tight.
exactly the next week.
Correct. Correct. All right, so I'm not mad at this. But that's I think I want to go lean a little bit closer to the one where Colonel Mars is showing up. This is fine, but not. It has like a little grid pattern, and you see that it's a little
Mm-hmm.
holographic little thing. But I'm going for more of a heads up kind of floating image. I like the halo thing. So let's see, our character is looking off. He's uninterested in the call that he's on right now,
Mm-hmm.
but he's still talking to who he's talking to. We got a person, senator, chancellor. Do we have a official? Is he just a senator? Is it
So yeah,
is he on the Senate?
he's on the Senate, but he's kind of like the. So it's supposed to be like like 8 senators, and they all have like equal, but he's definitely flexing his like flexing his muscles like a lot of people. He's pretty formidable. You know what I mean?
Right.
William is asking, good question. Thank you for coming back. Shout out to Harold as well.
What up, folks?
So he's asking how many more days for the pre-order. I put it for like 30, because we want to. It's going to take us like 2 weeks to get the books back. If everything runs smoothly from the time we put the order in, and it really is. I wanted to give people some time because we don't want it to be a situation where we got to go, throw in a new order, like print run right away. Like if we take whatever we take to MomoCon, we're probably going to sell, if I'm being honest.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I don't want to start the summer like in a deficit because we got MomoCon, we got DreamCon, we got DragonCon, and we may hit the road and do some signings in different parts of the world. So it's really that thing where it's like we want to make sure we got a healthy amount of books. So we're giving it time. But yeah, the faster you pre-order, the better, because we can start like wrapping our heads around how many overall we're going to have to order. What we're going to be ordering is basically 1, 2, 3, like 4 books, because we're going to have the timelines, the 2 covers of issue 5, and then we're going to have the foil cover of issue 5. So we're going to try to get all of that like in one fell swoop. The cool thing, since it's not like Kickstarter or anything, is like for people so we use a separate vendor for our t-shirts and hoodies and stuff, so there's a chance that we can get those shipped out even before the books come. So that's cool. We just want to like test, make sure the shirts come back looking the way we want before we send them to people. But typically the company that we use is they produce a pretty solid product. So.
I'm gonna show his mask falling off right here. Like it's gonna hit the ground a little bit. It's gonna be like a quick sliver of a panel.
and then the next panel, you're gonna show who his face is.
Who his face is, what he looked like.
People gonna be like, "Oh, man. He looked just like Morgan Freeman." No, they're gonna say no. No, they're gonna say he looks like the Boondocks.
This man me the Boondocks. I just want to know when the Boondocks became Boondocks Saints.
Oh man,
right.
Which is a good movie, by the way, but it's not the Boondocks. But yeah, man, I'm a huge fan of the Boondock Saints. Like, that's my favorite. You're sending messages at this table, sir.
Right.
Please gather your wits. Man, today I can honestly say,
And we're showing his.
feeling
We're not hiding his identity at this point, right?
uh
It's not a Palpatine situation.
no. It's time.
Yeah,
Like
like
he's barely had any FaceTime.
exposure. Yeah,
So
because
yeah, it's time.
we're not playing with anyone's emotions at this point. They'll have to go back to issue 4.
Right. But I ain't gonna lie, I've had like quite a few people be like, y'all finally released the bad guy. I'm like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're speaking of.
Define bad, really. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? What do you include that? Halo here. And then the reveal will be him looking back. Let's see here at the actual thing. I kind of want to get a different perspective. Hold on. It's a face reveal, so you gotta get good and you gotta get cameras. It's close up, you know. It's first close up to the whole thing. So
Man, I just want to say, I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of you. I don't even like you. But god damn it, boy, you is killing like these. I keep looking at these covers like, hey. Like,
oh yeah, I forgot to do that. The link at the base of the thing for the pre-order. I'm sorry, I'm messing up.
You want me to send it to you so you have it?
I got it. Let me see where I put it at though. Here's the new cover. Oh, here we go. Pre-order campaign. Let me see if this is right. Wow. Let me go back to the front, make sure it works. The links work? I think links work, right?
Yeah, what you mean? What are you talking about? On Instagram? Or YouTube?
Yeah.
No, they don't work.
They don't work?
I
never tried. I mean, if it doesn't work, I won't pin it. But let's see.
You can still pin it. Some people might be diligent enough to like.
Somebody.
Yeah, some people.
When they try, I don't know what happened. If it doesn't work, it's okay. But we'll just say copy and paste that, so that you know what you need to do. You know what you need to do. Like.
And you can always go to the Tuskegee Heirs Instagram page. We got the links. It'll take you to the home page, and it is in the home menu. Marcus the visible.
I mean, I'm trying to get it to where, when we hit the ground with this, it should just feel like we hit unpause.
Yeah.
For the people that's been waiting so patiently.
Are you able to like in those? Because I anticipate a decent amount of dialogue. Are you able to zoom out some? Like I know you can. Like when you start drawing.
Where?
Like so these panels in this little row that you're working on right here.
Mm-hmm.
Just so we have, we're not covering up art.
Oh yeah. No, that's why I'm trying to make sure if we got dialogue. I was talking about that earlier. We try to get all of these word balloons kind of fleshed out, and if we do need more room, absolutely, we can always spread it on in. But
Poor son. Man, thank y'all, especially like y'all that are like coming here every night.
Right.
That means that we're not annoying everybody in the world, so that's cool.
Appreciate and thank you guys for being flexible. I'm trying to what they call balance life and stuff. Comic work is unique in and of itself. All right, so when you actually get to trying to be consistent on a time to work on it. At least for me, man, you gotta still, kind of play a game of musical chairs. I am trying to treat it more like like a job schedule, but we'll see how that actually plays out. A lot of reference.
I be trying to do that, man, but sometimes it's like the words don't come in the daytime. Sometimes they come at night. Sometimes I'm up all night with the words.
Right.
So I try to give myself grace because I like that rigid part, and then I'm also like I get thrown off easy, right? So like if I have to, answer some emails or go drop a package off or something like that, it'll like throw me all the way out of my element.
Right.
So, but I was trying that for a while where it's like, nope, I'm gonna get up, start working at 10 to 5 every day.
Right.
That was not very productive. Because I would be like, my brain doesn't feel like firing right now.
Right.
I could go to the movies real quick.
Right. And that granted, man, and imagine if you worked at an actual studio.
Well, that would be different, Marcus, because you would probably be getting paid like regularly. Not like
let me go ahead and help you, man. Listen, whether you get paid or not, man, it is a real thing. And the good thing is, I got to work with really, really skilled artists before, right? And it was very comforting to know that we all kind of go through similar stuff. In the sense to say, hey man, I know it's 9 a.m. and everybody's supposed to just jump in and start working right away, but that's not even remotely human unless somebody's over your shoulder, dog. That's just not normal for everybody to just do that. Anybody that can do that, more power to you. But I was working with some really veterans of art and studio production, and everybody was pretty much like, oh, hell no, man. I mean, I know I got, until afternoon time, but no, I'm not starting right now. Like, oh, okay, cool.
After we did that panel with Rodney Barnes.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't even the time. I talked to him then, but when we were in LA and we were at that thing, and he was there. And I was like, I just gotta ask you just like one thing, because this man, when I say prolific, like I think at that time he was working on the Lakers TV show for HBO. He was writing like 3 different comics, doing a graphic novel. Like he does all this stuff. He's writing TV scripts, all this, and I was like, how? Like, how do you do? Like, how? And he was like, he said, I wake up in the morning, I check my emails and see who's yelling at me the loudest.
There you go. That's good.
And it's like, I want to believe that that I could do that, but like to be working on, like 8 projects at the same time, I don't know, man. Not as far as like being like the lead writer on all of those projects. I just like, man, he has to really just be a computer, like, and then the thing I don't want to say it makes it worse because that's not it. The thing that just really grinds the gears is that it's excellent. Like the writing, like when he, the words he puts on paper is like excellent. And I'm just like, dude, you're not even skimping. I would be like falling asleep. Ola from Margot. Oh, we got Margot.
What up, Margot?
Wiseman was saying, is there still money in making comics? It's not on the American level, on the manga level, but do American comics compete? Yeah. I think the fact that comics are still going at this point means there is money in it. When you're doing it independently, you're going to get to see like more like direct, income. So, you have that. But the trade-off is you have to do a lot to actually, sell the books. But yeah, even like when I was at the DC Milestone Initiative thing a few years ago, like they were even saying it then, like they know that manga is kicking their butts, but some of that is like just structural, like the amount of output that they're able to do. And then there's other things. I think there's some, and we talked about that. There's like some storytelling issues,
Mm-hmm.
that might not keep people in. But yes, there is still money if you're working for publishers. Like Marcus gets paid. I get paid by publishers to write scripts. Marcus gets paid to write them, to draw them, like all of that. So there's still money in it. It's just if you're going into comics thinking you're about to get like a Bentley or something, then you got problems. But if you go in like understanding, you can make a living off of it, but it's gonna be work, work, work.
Right.
Then it's cool.
This is an important part. So if for those that don't know or didn't know, Marvel where it is now is owned by Disney. Marvel as a company is got bought and purchased by Disney, and that was due to a problem that they created themselves. Marvel created a bubble for themselves in the comic industry. Um, you can look it up, but just to paraphrase it, or just to kind of put it in a nutshell, um, they were doing really well in the late '90s. Comics were flourishing; they were selling millions of books, man, and everything seemed like they could do no wrong. But the actual business of comics in America was heavily focused on collectors and whether a book was valuable. So you bought the book and then you let the value shoot up over time. Problem was with that model, they said, hey, you know what? The fans are saying they like multiple covers, multiple number ones. So they created dozens and dozens and dozens of different, collectible number ones that people were like, well, I'll just buy all of them. And they flooded the market. They sold millions of supposedly valuable number one comics. And then the value kind of died from there. And so they burst their own bubble with that. Now, here's the problem. When was the last time you saw an actual advertisement on television about a new comic book coming out? I'm talking about like regular TV on any streaming service you could think of. Like, oh man, I didn't know issue number 32 is coming out for Spider-Man or Batman. So the business of American comics is really, really strange. The marketing does not happen on a main stage. It happens within, the in-betweens conversations of, enthusiasts, people that go to comic shops
people
and comic conventions. Right.
Yeah.
Now, what changed with that is it's still not happening, except they make movies now. They are on a global stage because of the fact that they started making movies, more cartoons, more media. The movies is now the advertisement for comics, and American characters and all that good stuff. That wasn't always like that. We had some movies, but they weren't doing. X-Men was the first real well, that's a lie. Blade was the first real successful superhero movie.
I was about to say, hold up now.
Right. When it comes to Marvel, it wasn't Marvel technical. It wasn't like Marvel Studios as it was with Iron Man. But they tested the waters with Blade. Blade was successful. But they didn't make the comic industry blow up because of Blade. It was a successful test ground for Marvel movies or Marvel characters becoming, a film adaptation. Then X-Men happened in 2000 or 99 or whatever it was. And that was the first like high budget superhero Marvel movie. And it worked. Unfortunately, as bad as that script was and the director. But that's the kind of stuff to where now you have movies are the advertisements. All right, guys, I'm just gonna stop real quick just to tell you. Okay, it's good to see this. You got to see this part right here. I was in my mind. I was like, I want to get in my mind. I was trying to get ahead of the live so I can sketch this out. But you guys got to see this. You've missed all of these other rough drafts because I would do them off screen or I'd do it before the live or something like that. But the cool part is this is what turns into these. So if you didn't know, this chicken scratch right here is where I mapped out the big spread page for 6 and 7. And you guys got to see me start these panels, but I think it is important that you guys see the thumbnail sketch part where you guys got to see me compose this. And again, these exact dialogue bubbles may not be finalized, but I know they're going to be talking throughout this page. So what Greg was saying earlier is try to make sure we give us enough room.
Yeah, I saw that because on the Gina story, I gotta send you. I gotta tell him. I only found one thing because I edited the heck out of that one. Mm-hmm. So I only found one thing that needs to be fixed. Cool. But on like the first panel, there's letters that are covering up a little bit of the bicycle.
That's cool.
I want to ride my. No, it's not, because that bicycle is cool. That motorbike is
I feel
cool.
what you're saying, man. There's ways we can fix it. Probably.
But I mean, it's not terrible. And then we got like the really good full reveal of him at the end. So.
Right. Show you right. But yeah, this is I think just as important as any other thing that I could be doing. This page will be started on tonight.
Let's go.
I wanted y'all to see this process, because what is comic creation without the planning of what you gonna draw? That's what I think.
There's so much planning that goes into this. So much planning.
Right. Hey.
Oh, I wanted to take a quick second, man, because you talked about comic shops tomorrow. Like some of my favorite people in the world, they got a Star Trek Ahura story dropping. Stephanie Williams is the writer. Anthony, my homie and Milestone Corehart, Greg Maldonado is the pencil inker, and then the penciler, and then Anthony Fowler is the inker. So what I need you to do is go get that book.
This is like a
brand
new
run up
story, or like is it based on a TV show? Or
I didn't look all the way because. So first of all. First of all, Stephanie is taking over the world this year, and like last year too. So she has the temporal story. I said sorry. She's done a couple of issues of Wonder Woman. She has this. She's got a lot of stuff. So you got yours today, Harold. They be letting you see. The only shop that'll let me get DC stuff early is like 25 miles from here. So everybody else, they stick to it. It's like, nope, they'll have them out, but you can't buy it until tomorrow.
You gotta start bringing people cookies, man.
No, these people love me. They just, I understand it because it's.
They don't love you as much as you think. They're not breaking the rules for you. What kind of love is that? You gotta bring people cookies.
I think it creates an advantage. You're stupid. It creates an advantage since now you can get DC stuff on Tuesday. But yeah. Anyways, Harold already got it. Did you read it yet, Harold? Did you read it? I'm excited because Greg is the homie. Like, not just because he has the most awesome name that ever existed, but also because we did. Because he was one of. It's funny because like with the milestone thing, like everybody pretty much is the homie now, and we keep in touch, like all of that stuff. But yeah, so I think this is gonna be. He's done other books, but this is Star Trek. This is certain jobs can propel you on to taking over the universe. And that's what I'm into.
I mean,
I want to see him take over.
What are you gonna do when you take over the
universe? Then you can do all kinds of fun stuff like hood rat stuff with your friends.
It's like you haven't watched any of the major movies, man, you can live long enough to take over the world, but what is it? You can die the hero or live long enough to become the villain, man. You're gonna be the villain, clearly. Strike me as a villain character.
Absolutely.
After a while,
we were talking. This could be fun. So it's me, Brian Lambert. Shout out Wingless Comics, the homie Jason Reeves, and Greg Anderson LSA. We were the main people that you guys would know, and we're eating terrible barbecue, and Brian asked the question: would you? Let me make sure I get this right. Would you rather have the ability to go invisible for 10 minutes at a time, or be able to fly, but you can only fly like 2 feet off the ground?
I'll take invisibility for
$100. So everybody was taking invisibility except for Goody Two Shoes Brian. Right. Because we're all like, I'm like, yes, I'm hitting banks. Like,
right. That's all kinds of good crime right there.
Bananas. Right. Where certain problem, I'll be like the 18, dog. Like, right. What do you need? Okay, right. Yeah, I got you. You know, so, but he was like, see, you guys are villainous. I don't want to do villain stuff. I'm like, well, I do. I spend my real life, not doing villain stuff. If you give me powers, I am doing villain stuff.
It's just natural progression. And listen, man, it's not necessarily okay. It's bad, but also, listen, man, there's good things you can do occasionally with those powers.
Yeah,
man, I never thought about.
Look, I'll be a real black Santa Claus. Yeah. Just don't get mad at me if you discover where the source of this stuff came from.
So we judging people now that you got your gifts, you want to ask questions?
Yeah,
wow. You got something else. All this judgment. Yeah, I got in your house. How else I'm gonna give you the prize?
Jeez. Yeah, give it back.
I thought this was understood, but if you don't want it, let's just go ahead. I can find it.
That's why I don't be doing stuff for people.
Look, you got them new headsets. I definitely get something for them. Give them back. What you mean? Oh, you don't want to give them back now? Okay. That's going too far. Gotcha.
You think stuff be falling off the truck in Atlanta now? Oh my gosh.
It's just then, for the 17th time this month, items have mysteriously fallen off of trucks and then walked off the highway. Makes sense.
You can see the iPhone, the box of iPhones floating.
It would make sense.
Al is back. Thank you for coming back. We started a little bit later today because life be happening. But we are back in here. I'm manning all the stuff. There's somebody on YouTube that's saying, any thought putting into creating some of your as 3D models in SketchUp?
That's a really good question. And SketchUp is unique. And I haven't checked on SketchUp in a number of years, but I'm sure they've improved. To the first question, yes. Taking you said some of the tech.
Yeah, probably like weapons and stuff.
Yeah. Absolutely. There is absolutely, that's my goal, is I want to stop drawing all cumbersome and
robots.
Okay, listen, it's not just laziness. Seriously. This is a real thing. Granted, it's grounded and rooted in the fact that I don't like drawing these things. But honestly, I do want to find a way to be consistent, and animation is also doing this. So in most modern and contemporary anime series, if you see a car or you see cars on the road, they don't draw that by hand anymore. They just make a 3D model of it and then just
duplicate it.
Yeah, just put it in the shot, and everything's 3D. If you see the car turning the corner, it's 3D. Unless it's like a special case. But yeah, I would like to do that for all, the tech, the weapons, definitely the robot. Um, because consistency wise, like I don't want to have to just keep trying to be accurate with that much stuff.
But also like we're getting ready to go from everybody who's following the story, like so far we only have one of our mechs that's like fully operational. The others like, but in the next over the next 2 issues after this, it's gonna go to all of them.
All 5 pilots are gonna
yeah,
have
and maybe some other stuff too. So it's
Correct.
like,
I don't want to draw that.
I don't want you to draw that.
I love the idea of it, and I can't wait to see it. But ideally, man, I would love to just pose some of the, if you built it in 3D, and I can manipulate the actual scene as let's say I sketch them like the same way you guys just watched me sketch this scene, and now all I have to do is just pose the characters, pose the mechs based on that. Oh my goodness, I would lose my mind. It's like the joy that I would feel. It's so real. So that's the plan. So absolutely, and I just think that's working smart because I do want to produce the stories. Where this is going, without spoilers, I suppose, is we want to see the kids really operating in these jets, in these machines, far more as the story progresses, because that just makes sense. That's what they're doing the mission for, is so they can get these their defenses and their offensive up to task. So that's where the story's going. But Lord have mercy, I don't want to use silhouettes. Just say it was artistic choice. Knowing good and well that I don't want to draw, all 5 of them doing kung fu. So that is the goal. Good question, though. Yes, absolutely. But yeah, man, I'm excited for that. Come to pass. I said come to pass.
It's all right, man. People say stuff wrong all the time on the internet.
You know what I mean? And I am on the internet, so it makes sense.
So,
I think that's gonna be fun, man. There's gotta be some cool ways. I want to high fidelity. It's gonna be great. I'm excited about it. I'm like, oh no, look, I gotta draw air quotes. But goodness, man, if it's the guns, the weapons, all that stuff, in all of its glory, it's gonna be great. All right, I need reference for this mask, even though I know what it looks like. I've drawn it from the side already, so I'm gonna pull up the page previously. This is gonna have a little damage in it. The mask is actually going to be affected from the previous explosions because it's gonna be of the same armor material as the robots in the shop. You see? So it's gonna have some damage to it. It's gonna have a little damage to it. I'll get some reference in a minute so I can make sure this looks the exact same. Now here's my question. Based on that question, real quick. Based on that question, I need somebody to tell me whether or not someone's doing that in comics already. I actually tried to search for it and look it up online, and maybe I put in the wrong thing. Maybe I was searching it up wrong on Google, but I could not. Like, think of anything you want to think of. I was like 3D assets in printed comic. 3D model characters in comics, couldn't find jack. It just kept coming up with some weird results. So I was like, if anybody knows anybody that's doing it, y'all let me know.
Quick Google search says, yes, 3D modeling is heavily used in modern comics and webtoons to drastically speed up production, especially for...
You know what they're talking about, though? For referencing.
Yeah. But, like, I can say, like, Bridges, a book that we did, I know that Jamie did, like, for, like, the house and, like, the facility, and then, like, this other business facility. If you guys
Yeah.
haven't read Bridges, y'all need to read Bridges, and I will tell you where to get it. All you got to be like is like, yo, I want to read Bridges, and then I'll tell you. But yeah, I know he used like some, like he modeled like the houses out, like you said, for reference, of course.
Correct.
But
I'm
I think,
talking about like if you made the 3D character
and then just drop it on the page.
You're posing it. Like, let's say this was the page that you were trying to do. All these characters were made in 3D beforehand, and you dropped them in the page and you posed them exactly like this, and then you just started. That was the content. You could use 3D for the backgrounds and all that. I couldn't find it. I want to do it.
Yeah,
but I couldn't find any examples of anybody doing it. And I was like, well, I know somebody that did it.
If people are, if in mainstream comics, if that's happening, they're probably not telling anybody.
That's what I'm saying. That would be the point. I talked with my daughter about it. I was like, do you know how dope an incredible comic would be?
Yeah,
we the same. Yeah, I was just like, that would be fan-freaking-tastic.
Use the assets that they have.
You know what's stupid about this is that I was like, I'm wondering where I drew the side of his helmet in the pages, and I was like, where the hell did I draw that at? I didn't.
It's on the cover.
It's on the cover.
I could have told you that.
I was like, I knew I drew the side. Where the hell is this thing? There it is. Okay, my bad. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just I would think that would probably be people right now kind of on the fence about like if they were doing it. Now, if you did like, and you mentioned this, on one of these lives, one of these times, like if they were doing it, like say you were doing it kind of like in a storybook form, and you actually, if you're announcing it that's how you're doing it, then I don't think it'd be any kind of problem. I've seen quite a few where I can tell that they're basically modeling with like AI and like for children's books. Like you see, I'm seeing that a lot.
Not that. I know what you're talking about. That's where I'm like, no. The goal of this content would be we built it in 3D for the purpose of showing it in pages as 3D assets and stuff, and so it's like puppetry almost. The pages, the 3D content is the content you're supposed to be seeing, but it's finished assets like The Incredibles as a comic, but all of the same assets from the movie. Oh my god, I would read the crap out of that, and I would be very happy about it. It would look dope. It wouldn't look anything. It wouldn't look whack. It would just be cool. It just wouldn't be hand drawn, obviously, but that's okay because I liked how the movie looked, and if they made it into that, if they made it for that purpose, surely it should go faster because you're not animating, you're just posing. Which would take some level of skill and make sure it looks good and all that stuff. But listen, y'all, if y'all can't tell me it exists, you may not know who I am, but I'll show you. If ain't nobody doing something, I get excited. So y'all just let me know if y'all have something out there. If y'all hold up, we got responses. Was modeling cars and SketchUp. Okay, yeah. Mark Brooks was modeling cityscape. Yep. See for backgrounds. Yep.
See.
Into his space. Yeah, that makes total sense, and I approve that. Don't nobody want to draw buildings. One of the programs I learned modeling has an option where it mimics line art. Yes, I've seen that. Hard edges and sculpt. Yes, I've seen that. Clip Studio can do that to a degree, pretty well too.
Yeah, I think. Ethically, because of the comic industry, what it is and how it's built, as long as it's being disclosed.
Yeah, because imagine if someone did a what do you call it? Not stop motion, claymation. Like a clay style comic, right?
Yeah, that
would be freaking. It would look dope. Like was it Madeline or what's the boy that had the zombie story? I can't remember, but it was like stop motion or claymate. If that was the art in the comic, but it was made as from a puppetry standpoint, it would look fantastic, and I'd read it just the same.
Williams got a question, and then I remember I got something I gotta announce.
All right.
So William's saying I might be misunderstanding what Marcus is talking about, but I remember an Atlanta area artist named Jimmy Wesley Jr. doing full 3D comics way back in the day.
Okay.
So,
what it look like? What it look like?
I don't know. I'm gonna see if it's if it can be.
Pull it up for you, boy. I want to see. It.
See if it can be Googleized.
There was an artist, and I'm gonna let you go, Greg. I'm gonna let you say what you say. But there was an artist that was doing animated panels, right? He was drawing panels. They were 2D art, but he was animating them in the panel only. Like it was the panel itself was its own like housing for the animated activity. It wasn't crazy, but it was as if, let's say there's someone who was getting kicked, right? The let's say the character had a cape or clothes or something, right? The clothes would be blowing in the wind. The kick would be happening, but it'd be static. But the animation that you see was like the speed lines in the background moving, and his clothes were like, flapping in the wind. That was the animation that you saw in the panel. And I was like, this is the most coolest thing I've ever seen. Granted, I think it was such a niche experience because it was a web comic. I don't know if he's still doing it or if it really caught on. It was dope. So that was a good, I guess, mixture of, seeing something that wasn't designed for the print medium, but it still looked dope. Say what you say. Well, give me that bomb, people.
So like a while ago, my Marcus, Nicholas who, other brother, he hit me up. The Fernbank Science Museum. They wanted to like update like some of their characters, like based off of like the elements, of the earth and everything. So we did this comic book thing. We actually made a cool little story. And I think he said, I'm gonna be gone, but I think he said the exhibit opens up on the 7th. Nice. So
of this month?
Or next month? Oh, March. Oh, so okay. What's gonna happen when I get back? I'm gonna be like, hey y'all, let's go, and then see who wants to go. Then we gonna take pictures and be like, boom, we be knowing science and stuff. It's gonna be great.
Cool, man. Do I get to be Ratchet when I go, or how? Like,
yes, man. Yes, I want you to wear your Chucks. I know you're not the best crypt walker, but definitely gonna need you to,
I was gonna say, you gotta let me know.
Lean into
what's the energy of the vibe? Like what are we doing?
Science, fool.
No, but then I get Ratchet and science at the same time.
And then we had. I'm gonna see if he can send me like some images of the thing, and I can like show it. Not today, of course, but we got Rodney to color it too. Because Rodney's like my go-to. Why I need something colored. Dude, yeah, man. Like I had a dude, like email me and was telling me how much he liked Bridges, and he was like, the colors went crazy on this book. Right. And I was like, yeah. We kind of came up with a theme, like a style, a palette that we wanted to use, and he just went crazy.
That's why he's good at what he does, man. People that are good at what they do, they be doing crazy stuff. So that's what I like. I like people that go ham and also crazy with their skills.
We gotta walk into the science thing and we gonna be like, hey y'all, we hear about science. And they gonna be like, oh man, what you know about science? I'm like, nothing.
Shit.
I graduated from Louisiana public school.
I've seen some stuff. I've observed some things. I'm out there. Observationally.
But no, it's a pretty cool thing.
That's cool.
And the crazy thing is, I'm doing some other science stuff. I'm not allowed to talk about because I don't want to get in trouble. But
You're always worried about getting in trouble, man. Just get in
I do
trouble,
be
man.
worried about getting in trouble.
Look, life is too short to not be getting in trouble, man. Get in trouble.
Look, I'm too old to be like my daughter. Like, if I get in trouble, how's my daughter gonna look at me?
Like,
I don't know
always, man.
I don't know about you, but my daughter, like, she'll let you know she's judging you. Like,
Right.
really, man? I wonder where she gets that from.
I was gonna say it sounds about on my. It's kind of what you may have passed along, you know. Your father. I knew your father. You knew my father. Yes. He's very much a judgmental person, like you. It's very similar.
I've gotten better in my old age. I will
That's
say.
the
I'm,
bald
I'm,
faced
a,
lie, man. Come
I'm
on.
a lot more tolerant about things than I
Wow.
used to be.
Maybe you haven't gotten in as many fights, probably.
I haven't had a fight, man.
See,
And, whew,
I really gotta start looking at the internet, man. I've wanted to fight so many people, and I don't fight. I haven't had a fight in a while, man. But I have literally was like punch her in the head.
See, yeah, you're at that. You're right at that
Oof.
age where cantankerism is
Oh
like
my
the highest.
gosh.
But I'm
But it's
telling you,
I don't
once
think I've ever been witness to so many just blatantly you're not gonna I'm gonna stand in the middle of the street and you're not gonna do nothing. I've never been witness to this much like entitlement. What you gonna do if I stand in the street with my dog and point the camera at your car as if you're in the wrong? I'm like, just hit her. Just hit her. That's the best way to get through that, man.
take it easy.
I gotta start looking at the internet. That's the
Yeah.
best. That's the best
I'm gonna,
remedy right there.
I'm gonna tell you where not to go. Twitter.
Yeah, I don't go
Like,
there. I don't go there
it's
for my doom scrolling. I stay soundly on Instagram, and I just kind of just stay there for a
so
while.
I would have like fully gotten rid of it, but like I've been told by like certain editors,
Mm-hmm.
like that's kind of like their number one, hunting ground or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you'll be having messages in your Twitter, you got to check it. But
Right.
it's basically porn and fighting,
Yeah.
and it's like so much junk. I just be like, messages.
Right.
You can't open it up like in public, like in a public place.
No.
You need to make sure you have your volume down. Like you get
Actually,
messages.
I'm lying. My primary is probably YouTube. YouTube is my doom scroll number one because the algorithm has now like basically conformed to what I like to see. So I can go there almost I'd say 9 times out of 10 and doom scroll and find all of the things that actually plug into my interests.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram is like second out of everything because the algorithm. And here's what's weird. Have you ever noticed? Do you ever go to Instagram on your PC or your desktop or your computer?
Every once in a while.
When I go on Instagram on my computer, it's like night and day. It's like vastly less ratchet stuff. It's like the algorithm on my computer knows exactly what I actually care about. And every other post is like, you like art, don't you? You like art? What about this art? What about that art? I was like, I love this place. This doesn't happen on my phone. I'm following. It's like new artists I've never seen before, and I'm following every other. I was like, this is dope. Get on my phone, and you never know what's gonna come up. Like, listen, I'm trying to do better. Why are you showing me? And then I watch it. Sad how that happens, man. Never thought in a million years. So you know what is funny, and this is similar, sort of on topic, and we probably need to really touch on this as writers, Greg. We haven't touched on the idea. Granted, me for the young people that may see this, Greg and myself grew up in a time where there was no such thing as social media. There was no internet. There was no streaming of anything, and we haven't actually touched on that as a concept in our world building yet. Social
Mm-hmm.
media has not been even remotely mentioned. I don't think they were watching the
Right.
news in episode 4. Like
Right.
our kids were literally like
But
watching TV, so it wasn't
but
streaming
that
that we know
but
of.
that but that's also because of their leader
Yeah.
is so he drives a Mustang
Yes.
lookalike, so
Right.
like part of like remember we talked about that, like him trying to keep them
Mm-hmm.
at a different level technology wise. But
Right.
then like some of the stories, so the story we were talking about for Omar for
Mm-hmm.
his like timeline story,
Yeah.
we definitely feed into the social media thing on that one
Cool.
because he might get catfished. I don't know if you remember, but so there, but yeah, no, I'm with it because
Yeah, man.
that is the thing, like like trying to predict. So part of it is like they're inherently going to have like a lot better technology and innovation,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, it's I don't want to say it's like dystopia, but it's like that thing where it's like if you're not in the like the
Mm-hmm.
in um like the end states or
Yeah,
whatever, like
you're
you're
not you hadn't
then
hit the
you're
lottery socially, yeah.
yeah, then you're very much kind of in a third world type of
Situation. Mm-hmm.
yeah. So but finding that balance, like remember we in the in issue 2 we were talking about Genesis and the globes earlier, so it's like they're in this market that looks like an old time kind of market,
Mm-hmm.
but she's pulling up these really cool technology globe
Mm-hmm.
type
Mm-hmm.
things. It's just the thing of like and this is I'm not talking to you because I know but it's that thing of only having a certain amount of pages to tell stories
Yeah.
with,
Yeah.
where like if because like we'll be honest, y'all, like our goal, like from the very beginning, our goal with this is for one
Animation.
day it to go to animation. And
You
then
know, yeah.
then you're dealing with time instead of space, so it's like
Right.
we can be like really revealing the world to people,
Right.
during like while the story's being told.
Right. Because
um
get
so
away with like a 2 minute dialogue in animation,
mhm. Yeah.
right? And it not affect. You can get away with a minute dialogue in animation
Yep.
and show and or tell and all this stuff, and it has nothing to do with the main story plot or anything like that. But in a comic panel or a comic page, you have to literally be so concise to be like, so how many panels do we need to say what we're
hmm
trying to say? And if
Yeah.
it's not, if it doesn't flow well, if it's like that's not enough information, sorry, cut that out. We can't put that in right now.
Right. And
So
then another thing, because I've had to explain, like, and some people say that's part of what they love about the series is that we chose to tell this story in a way where it's like the characters are learning the same time the reader is.
yeah,
So it's like with that, so we didn't, we could have done like it's really cool how the avatar starts off, and explains, kind of what the gist of the story is or whatever.
right,
But ours is like, no, you gotta find out as you turn the page. That's
right.
why, like, I'm so excited for to get to like the final book,
Oh
so
yeah,
people can see things. Because I think even with like timelines, the timeline story, with they're gonna see Gina in like a whole different light,
mm-hmm,
which is
mm-hmm.
gonna be good.
Yes.
Um,
Because
and
we didn't
then
have room. We didn't have room to
yeah,
paint her the way we did. If we did, it would have been like this unfulfilling kind of thing because it would have been so quick and so
short and yeah.
yeah. And it was like, ugh, where can we tell that? Because she's cool and we like her.
Uh, yeah, I mean she's dope,
Right.
and that's one of the things I was talking with some people about, like character designs and stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
the fact that we haven't even like really deeply fleshed her out. Like she's quippy and
Mm-hmm.
she's smart and all that, but you don't you're gonna learn so much more. But the fact that we've had like like 4 or 5 people choose to cosplay her.
Correct.
Just off of the little bit that we've shown.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh no, y'all think y'all had to create a suit?
Correct.
Watch a this.
Right. And in animation, that could be its own episode.
A whole episode. Yeah.
Or a short. It could be a short. And that's it would still be so dope to just be like that we've been wanting to tell this is important for the character, for the world building, for everything. Like there's world building in that timeline story that we needed pages to explain and show. Because it's like, where else would we have put that in? If we would have stuck to, especially if we would have stuck to 22 pages. But that's the back and forth you get in comics. But yeah, this is the kind of stuff to where I think about it, and after we got off the phone tonight, I was like, oh, that'd be so dope, in reference to what we was talking about. And I was like, damn it, I'll talk to him later. There's some world building stuff that would be like, oh, I didn't think about that. That's dope. And it's exciting to try to figure out where can we put that? Where can we even put that in the reference of,
and that's why, and that's why, like, I think, and we've talked about this, and I have the outlines for it and everything. Like after we get through the first arc, then you're looking at like doing some more individualized stuff. There's definitely one person that's gonna I don't want to no shut up. I'm not gonna say too much, but there's gonna be like some more individual exposure. I just can't wait, man. How about this?
It's coming.
What if we strap you to your chair?
Right. Right.
Nah, I can't do that. You can't do that.
On,
but no,
it's possible. The money has to be right.
Yeah, dude. If we can, for real,
let's set up a nice little GoFundMe. How much does it cost? Some markets to not move at all. Well, find out. Let's find out together.
This is not to pay his bills. This is just for the IV, like that we'll be feeding him through. Could work, but no. It feels good. I don't know. I think today, like the call we had, it's like we were back in our little kid mode that we used to be in.
Right.
So yeah, this is good. This is good. But yeah, when we get to the end of that first arc, man, y'all gonna be it's gonna be a cornucopia of emotions, I would say.
Correct.
I just noticed something.
What you notice?
Somebody is not here. And I think you know who it is.
She might listen. Listen. She's been so consistent. It's only right that she has to go save the world every now and again.
No.
You know what I mean? Like that would be selfish of us to be like, we're gonna start a little bit later, an hour later, and she out there probably running the streets with her street thugs, which is fair. It is.
Janae said she wishes she could join, but she's in school, and we gotta let her do what she do, because we might need her to get us out of jail one day.
Correct. That's important. I would,
Joseph. I'm sorry, Joseph Elliott Banks. That's another one of our. I think I really feel like he was there to buy the first copy of Tuskegee Heirs. The first time we sold it.
Was it on Facebook or?
He's on Facebook. He's just saying he's been waiting.
Okay, cool.
I don't even buy comics in shops anymore, just from the artist. Saves money, time, and the headache of finding good art. Good to see you, brother. We are, as you can see, we are working on issue 5.
It's coming along. We're gonna get it in.
We have we're not doing technically like a crowdfund, but we did put up like a pre-order on the website, so you can so we can kind of get a pulse on how many to print.
Right. Such is the way. Cool. All right. By all definition, I got to pull up Lund, and I think everything else is gonna be pretty easy. I'm excited to get to these expressive shots right here.
Mm-hmm.
Where you see
I
all
like
of
that that bottom one.
yeah, man, yeah. You gotta make
Oh.
this, and that's where look. That's where Greg would. I would sometimes map these things out, and it'd be so rough. Let me make it larger. Uh, I would map these expressions out on the actual sketch, but then when I finally get to the actual page, I may go like from here times 20, and Greg would be
Mm-hmm.
like, "That's not what it looked like before." So we need to rewrite. We need to rewrite that a little bit to make it match a little bit. So, um, but it's another good method, I guess, or it's a result of doing comics this way, where
Yeah.
some of the
It's
script
just
is
a
very loose, but
yeah,
it's
it's just
so
fluid. It's it's just fluid, but you get to, and that's one of the things, because I've had, like so many people ask me like the processes.
mm-hmm,
Um, Everything I've done like with DC, like they let you like as a writer,
mm-hmm,
once the art is all done, they let you look at the script and all that again, and they give you a chance to go back and tweak anything, you
mm-hmm,
know. So that process is cool because it's like you don't really get caught off guard.
right,
But this process, and I think it's only for specific types of situations, but this process is a little bit different because it's like we get to go back and like really make sure everything matches up.
right, right,
Like even Bridges, the book Bridges, there was like a couple of panels that I it was really hard to reconcile,
mm-hmm,
based off of the art that came in versus what was on the script.
right,
And so I tweaked it as much as I could without like falling off brand of the story, I guess.
mm-hmm,
Um, and I had like one person was like, man, that was, he was telling me, and this is like a real comic writer and stuff. He was like, it's dope, but this page kind of threw me off because I was like, what's happening here? And I was like, yeah,
mm-hmm,
man, that was just me trying my best to save it and make it make sense. I had to like reshuffle some pages and
right, right.
stuff happened.
Stuff
So
be happening. Yeah, Jay, you right.
Jaron
Right.
said he would love to see this as a live action movie. That's just because he wants to play, one of the characters.
Which character you
And
trying to play, man?
I heard he wanted to be the custodian,
That's cool.
Mr. Bill.
We had that question asked to us, and we're like, yeah, that's fine. We can do live action too. We're not gonna turn down any version of this. Number one,
Nah.
at this point, if live action has to come first, let it come, because the story should still be dope. You'll have a lot of good old fashioned CGI for robots and stuff. That's fine. I think this
And
other
yeah,
movie did okay.
I'm not bullying. Jaron is my brother from another mother, so and father. Let me make sure that's clear. But yeah, no,
Right.
I'm not bullying. We just always talk to each other like crazy people.
You always gotta tell that story, man. Me and Greg were at an airport, and we were talking to each other. We were getting through TSA, getting through the actual little scanner thing, and we're coming from a show, and we're being stupid like normal to each other. And the lady, the security guard person or whatever, she was like looking at me like I was genuinely crazy because I was talking to Greg in such a way where I
Why are
was
you
like,
talking like that?
right, like she was gonna defend, like start literally. And I looked back and I was like, I noticed it. I was like, oh no 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 no, sorry sorry sorry. It's we know each other. I know him. She looked highly offended, man. I was just like, oh no
Yeah,
no 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 no, it's okay, it's okay, it's all right. I'm
I've
not a
seen
terrible person. And
I've seen that. Like we've been at a table. That's why like I stopped doing it. Like if
right,
other people are around, because I've been
yeah,
at a table. and I say something to Marcus, and they're like, why are you being mean to him? I'm like, oh no. We have a thing where when other people get on our nerves, we know that we're gonna take it out on each other, and we're fine with it.
Correct.
And then we
Good,
talk about you.
healthy
Look,
banter that we do.
look. Then we talk about you behind your back after you leave. But no, seriously though, yeah, it's fun.
It's pretty funny to see.
Ooh, look at this, man. My brother got me these. Oh, you can't see that. That's Michael Scarn from Threat Level Midnight.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
You know, you don't know what Threat Level Midnight is.
I may not, man, but you know, you gonna
from
explain
the,
it, or
the,
you gonna just
yeah. Well, anybody from the office actually knows what this is. So Michael Scott on the office, he like created like this terrible movie, and he had like the people play, characters. So that's just tomfoolery.
I gotta watch that from episode 1.
Dude, that show, because I can write while that show is on, because I know everything by heart. That show is constant. Like as soon as I'm done with the final episode, I'm springing it back. That stays playing.
Yeah, I gotta watch that. This is just episode 1.
Danny's asking, do we need a letterer on this project? We already have a letterer. That's actually he did the timelines book, and he's tapped for this one. Mm-hmm. So on this one, no, but there's this thing called the future, and Danny is. If y'all don't know who Danny Quick is, then that means you don't be on the internet, because he's
Danny.
TikTok.
Shout out to Danny, man, for that shared post today. You highlighting black people and trying to make a black man feel appreciated in some way, or important. I appreciate that, man. I don't always expect people to give a crap about anything that we doing. I just kind of do stuff and let it fall where it may. But appreciate the shout out, brother. You know what I'm saying? Some people may say you're a good stand up dude, man. Unless you aren't secretly. I don't know.
No, he is.
What I've seen, everything I've seen.
Sometimes he's too stand up. He's
correct.
Very one of the nicest but genuine. You know how some people be nice because they're trying to like get something out of you or something. Danny's just a genuinely nice human being. Like, so yeah. And I can say he's another.
When you start running for the governor, man, whatever city, I'm a make a poster for you, man. I'll help you get it. I don't live here, but I just wanted to come down and support.
He said he about to start being mean. He trying to get on my time, because I'm at the point where it's like I'm about to try something different. Because we be out here like supporting and like giving the game away for free and stuff, and people be doing sneaky stuff behind your back sometimes. I be forgetting. I forget that this ain't. Everywhere in Atlanta, in Atlanta, like we be looking out and like, helping each other get up and all that. And then other places, people be like more like, ooh, I got what I need. Now it's time to stab you in your neck.
Right. I'll never forget. I shared somebody's stuff and it was like, I just wanted to say I'm happy for this person. And literally it was like, all right, now what do you want, Marcus? I was like, huh? Nothing? I was just proud of you and stuff. It's like, oh, well, okay. Well, thank you, I guess. I thought you wanted something. No,
like, just the tone that you're saying makes me think it was probably somebody that like really utilized our name and stuff and like stuff we was doing to get
I was like, what are you talking about?
Views. Yeah.
What are you talking about, man? I'm just proud of you, man. Good job. Oh, okay. I thought you wanted some. Nope. There's no reason for you to believe that. But
right. What do you have? Should I want something?
Right. All right then.
Wow.
Good day.
People be wilding. Danny said the lines are looking good. I believe you. I think they're looking good too.
I've been drawing lines for a long time. Long time. I gotta start practicing for when I get to like 70 years old. I gotta come up with some really, really prolific like quotes that I never said when I was 40 something, but it's gonna
Uh,
sound like. And I always say, only persons that are gonna know that I'm lying is Greg. Like, you ain't never said that. When did you start saying that? Like, shut up, man. You see this young person trying to learn from me. I've been dealing
back
with you
in
for over 30, 40, for 60 years. You ain't never said that.
back in my day.
Right. Stuff that's gonna make people be like, dang, I never thought of it like that. Mr.
I
Williams,
remember when I was
yeah.
remember when I was telling my kids, I was like, no, man, it used to be like snow, like hitting you in the face, and you had to walk to school. Like, they're like, nah. But luckily, we go to grandma's house, I can whip out the photos. Now what you got, kid?
Yeah.
Better believe what I say when I tell you. That's
Back in the
that.
day, we used to have to actually pull out our smartphones. What the heck is a smartphone? Shut up, child. I'm talking.
I remember the first time I was in the 8th grade in Louisiana, and they came on the intercom talking about, and I had only lived I had lived in England, Idaho, Missouri, so it was like snow was nothing to me. But they came on the intercom talking about, okay, we're gonna start releasing people. It was like 12 o'clock. I'm like, releasing people for what? And they're like, because it's supposed to snow. I'm like, huh?
Right.
Like, what do you mean by this? It was
Right.
just such a culture shock to me,
Right.
because like I'm serious. Like one time I got in trouble because I was supposed to walk to school, but me and my friend rode our bikes, and it was like snow and ice,
Right.
and we were like sliding all over the street. But we was wilding out. This is at the time when rad is popping, people are
Mm-hmm.
freestyling on their bikes. So we like wilding out, and then one of my friends almost hit a police car, and then they was like, they reprimanded us or whatever, but they didn't call the cops. I mean, they didn't take us to jail then,
Right.
but I guess they told the school, and then the school told our parents.
Right.
So I come home, I'm like getting ready to eat, and they're like, "Anything interesting happened today?"
Right.
Nope.
Trap. That's a trap. Right.
I was so stupid. I should have looked at my sister because she already knew too. She was looking over
Right.
me like, that picture of Mekhi Phifer where he's like smoking a cigarette. He
Mm-hmm.
just got his head. She was looking
Yeah.
like, don't do it, dummy.
Right.
So did you walk to school today? Of course I walked to school. It was fun. Blah blah blah.
Right.
You want to tell the truth here? Okay, so we rode our bikes, but we wasn't doing nothing bad.
Right. Apparently,
Wow.
this sounds like a trap. I'm gonna
Yeah.
switch my answer to. I may have done the opposite of that.
I was I was uh, very good with understanding that it ain't about
There you
what
go.
you know. It's all about what you can prove.
Correct.
So I was able to keep my head on a swivel and
Right.
keep lying until. All right, so we're just gonna lock this bike up for like 2 weeks. Oh.
Right.
And I had the kind of parents where if they gave you a punishment, they meant it.
Right.
There wasn't no such thing as probation or parole. It was
Right.
like, no, if you have to stay in the house for 2 weeks, you got to stay in the house for 2 weeks. So
Right.
it's good times, man.
I
I
think
learned
there
a
was
lot.
there was room for my mom to be like you got some of your you may have you could get good behavior
Mm-hmm.
if you knew when to actually enact good behavior. Like you had to be really creative, um for stuff that she didn't ask for, you did it ahead. You know what I'm saying?
uh,
You showed up to Bible study on, Wednesday morning or
no.
something weird. It had to be just off the cuff, and she had to be completely blindsided by this activity. She knew what you were doing, but
Mm-hmm.
if you did it right,
Should
you were
yeah.
yeah, you could get good behavior benefits.
Nah, I didn't. It just wasn't in the cards for
Like
me,
she'll
man.
show up, she'll drive up, she'll pull up to Blockbuster Video unannounced, and we're like, "What's going on?" You know, and she never said thank you. I just wanted to say thank you for doing that thing. It was just like, "You gonna get this game or what?" Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And jump out the car. You know, we wasn't gonna stare at gift horse and no, that was one thing. Go and get it.
I wish, man. Like, I mean, my parents, they bought me, like, I had all the toys, all the stuff. So I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, when I would, get in trouble, like, at first I
Locked
would,
in.
like, okay, well, if I got to stay in the house this whole weekend, I'm going to walk around and look sad and pout, and they'll probably feel sorry for me. Why you say
Never works.
all I would get is you better fix your face.
Good, man. Right.
You
God,
better
that would
fix
be
your face.
weird, man. Imagine that working. Ugh, that was weird.
Yeah, no, none of that worked.
That's
Like
work.
if you like call yourself having a temper tantrum, they would just stare at you, no emotion. They would just stare at you,
I get
and then
stared at while she was getting a weapon.
But
Keep on,
I actually learned that when kids do that, especially when they're little, if you just look at them and like laugh, like the worst thing you can do is let them win. You know what I mean? Because it's all a war.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't let them win. But the more attention you show them, the more they feel like it's working. So
Mm.
they would just.
I think we had this discussion, and it's funny to say because I think gentle parenting is trending
Mm-hmm.
right now on most social media sites. And that's still fall in my mind and in my experience in my household, that would fall under gentle parenting because what you would get attention wise is violence towards your
Yeah.
direction, and that was that's not what you were looking for. You're trying to find some sort of method to further your, well, if I act out maybe no, it's just violence. You get a slap upside the head, some
But
sort
see,
of.
what happens though when you do the the transfer
Mm-hmm.
of violence,
Yep.
it can kind of create like a pattern. Like
Yeah.
there's people that think that like violence is attention. I'm not saying anything because we grew up at a
Mm-hmm.
different time. People
Correct.
did what they did. I can say um, if you put me and my brother and sister together
Mm-hmm.
and you tally up their total whoopings compared to
Right.
my total whoopings,
Right.
I definitely have more. But I was a
Right.
habitual line stepper. Like,
Correct.
um,
Correct.
whatever you said not to do, I was gonna do as much of it as I could.
Right.
So
That was
and I
my
was,
brother. Yeah.
I was, the imagination was just crazy.
Right.
Like I know I told you the story. One time I was on punishment, couldn't go outside, so I was gonna like do this whole Star Wars thing. So my parents like went to the store or something, and I ran outside. I grabbed like a whole bunch of rocks and like leaves and like pieces like sticks and stuff, and I brought it
Mm-hmm.
in because I was doing Return of the Jedi. Had the Ewok thing going on, and so at the end of the day, it's like, ooh, I can't go back outside. I should have, in hindsight, I should have waited till nighttime and just put it all in a bucket and dumped it out the window. But I wasn't, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna sweep it all behind my dresser, and then, you know, like maybe a month or two later, so it's that kind of stuff. I don't even think I got a whooping for that because the disappointment on my dad's face, like, I think it hurt worse than it, because I think he was trying to think like, does this kid need to be like like in some type of hospital?
Right.
and
Right.
And they didn't even the one thing I would do different than what my parents did is I would have asked what's happening here.
Right. Right.
They didn't even ask. They was just
Nah.
like clean it up and we're not talking to you anymore for the rest of your life. And like if they would have asked me, I would have been able to tell them. They'd have been like, "Oh, this dude is creative. Maybe we should put him in like film school or something." But no, they just thought that they just thought I needed a helmet or something. Like that, that part in Broken Glass. Like, so the sister that's antagonizing him, that was my sister, except she was older. But when I would do dumb stuff, she would just be looking like, "This dude is weird."
Right. What were you thinking? Why would you do that? That's about
But
right.
I was just creative, y'all. That's all. I had an inquisitive mind. So yeah.
Yeah, we had more time on our hands, man, to like come up with really bizarre what ifs.
Right.
You know, and there was no limit to the creativity because otherwise you're doing what. The one thing you didn't want to spend time on was homework, housework, or anything your parents asked you to do. All of those things were terrible choices. So you come up with everything else. Like, you know what? I wonder how long I can hold my breath in this bathtub. Let me see. And so now you're splashing all over the place because you almost died in the tub. What is all this noise? And you have to explain yourself. And you're like, so I was I was I was diving, snot coming out your nose and everything. It's like, what's wrong with you? Just take a bath. Hurry up and clean yourself. Get out of the thing. But come on, man. It's like there was no more TV coming on for you at that point. You know what I mean? The only other destination was your bed. It was like, listen, man, I gotta come up with something fun. I didn't play with every GI Joe and or Masters of the Universe toy, so come up with something unique, man. Water on the floor, everything, man. There was no good explanation for it. Get out the dang tub. Just get out the tub.
And even though we had like Atari and all that, but there were like specific times where you were allowed to play, and those specific times aligned with times when you were allowed to go outside. So it's not like you could have a full day of going outside and then come home and get on the game.
Right.
And also, those games were terrible graphics. So yeah, like if you played them too long. Man, one time, me and my friend William, we played Atari. We stayed in the house like the whole weekend. It was wintertime. Right. We stayed in the house. I spent the weekend at their house. His mom and my mom were like best friends.
I was about to say that's unique right there. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and the house is like 8 houses down from my house. You know what I mean? So it's not like. But yeah, we stayed. Man, we played. Like to like Atari to like the inside of your thumb, like the base of your thumb. It was swollen.
Right.
It was the first time we got microwave popcorn. We burnt the microwave popcorn. The whole house was just smelling like funky kids and burnt popcorn.
Sounds about right.
Good times, man. I wonder what that.
Good times. Listen, man, it's good times. Y'all, we made it to a full hour and a half. It's 10 p.m. to the p.m. All right, I'm going to continue on this journey. So what's happening is, just so y'all can explain, right? So you see his mask got these little cracks and stuff going on, right? It's going to continue to crack into this next panel, so much so that we're going to get little pieces, kind of, shedding off of this. But in the next panel, it's literally just going to fall off to the ground. And his person he talking to gonna be right there, and the rest of the mask gonna be falling to the wayside. But it's gonna be like a progressional deterioration of this mask until we get the reveal of the young man that's in there. You know what I'm talking about? Kind of like Darth Vader, but before Darth Vader was Darth Vader.
Why do you always have to go like so hard?
Cast man, it has to speak for itself. Okay. The art has to
Sheesh.
do what it
No,
does
because
on its
that's
own.
like what I was proposing earlier when we talked about
Right.
this. That just takes it to like a whole different level, man.
Correct, man. Correct.
You
This is
suck.
this is the fun
You
part.
suck. You suck. Okay, so Al said I'm writing an Orville versus Star Trek joke for my GIB comic book.
Mhm.
Are you a fan of Orville? I was watching
Oh yeah.
um I was watching the Orville, but I'm trying to remember. I think I was watching it where like weekly, but then my schedule got too crazy.
Right.
So yeah, like I think it's almost been 10 years when we
Yeah.
started Tuskegee.
Yep.
No, it's been 10 years since we
10 years.
started Tuskegee.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, I had like a full time career in finance. I
Right.
was raising two kids by myself.
Right.
I was coaching basketball year round. Like
Right.
so there was I didn't like it got to a point where I didn't have a lot of time. So I think I just cut it because if I can't follow along, who's it streaming on? Where's it streaming? Probably on Hulu because that's the one I don't have.
Right. Yeah, I'm a fan of it, but I didn't watch it fully when it was on when it was
Yeah.
streaming. I saw episodes here and there, and then I finally caught wind of a YouTube video that was going over one of the well written episodes, and I was like,
Mhm.
wait, this was Orville. I thought it was almost strictly like comedy all the way
Yeah,
through.
it was a really good blend, and
Yeah.
uh they definitely tapped into like that Star Trek, like Buck
Mm-hmm.
Rogers kind
Yeah.
of.
And
Um,
apparently, I didn't know that, so I'm going back recently, and I'm just kind of taking episode by episode. And
mm,
sure enough, man, it is good. I'm a fan of it, and I can only imagine they probably was like, listen, you need to define what it is this show is going to be remembered for, and then after watching that show, YouTube started sending me more Star Trek like
mm-hmm.
breakdowns, and I never watched Star Trek at all, religiously or anything. I've watched it, but it was very just whenever I was up or something. Whenever it
Mm,
came on, I'd watch it, but I wasn't like a religious watcher of the show. Not a Trekkie by any means, but I appreciated what I saw. And then as they broke down some of these episodes, I'm seeing the comparison that Orville was trying to like capture as it got through some of the season, and I was like, oh, I see what they did.
mm,
They're trying to balance the comedy with actual good commentary. Because there was a really cool episode where they're similar to the Star Trek. They're not supposed to interfere with civilizations or and a girl caught wind of Orville and stuff. It was dope. It was pretty cool.
mm.
All right,
It says it
you
says
did it.
Disney Plus, but they be lying sometimes, and it don't really be Disney Plus. But I'm gonna see if I
You
can
can
check
believe
it
them,
out.
or you can probably definitely do a lawsuit. You should do a lawsuit.
I might. My mom was a huge Star Trek fan, like all the way back to the first stuff
What
I
was
can
that like?
remember.
What was
So
that like, man? I can't
it was.
imagine my mom being liking anything even remotely contemporary. My mom
No,
loved
she.
Color Purple and
No,
gospel.
my so there's like three shows that I can say if they were on, and my mom even liked like the later Next Generation and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but all the way back to the old one. But if Star Trek, Matlock, or Murder She Wrote came on,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so like Murder She Wrote would come on right after like the last football game on Sundays.
Right.
Well, it would be like 60 minutes. Then Murder She Wrote, and like my dad, like we knew like after that last football game, it's over for you for like a couple of hours because she's not, she
Nighttime
ain't playing
programming.
it.
Yeah,
She not.
man.
And yeah, she might have a TV in the room, but no,
Right.
she's watching the TV. You know? So
Right.
it was like, but yeah, those three shows, my mom did not mess around with
Sci-fi, man. That's why your mom's cool, man. Mom like
it.
sci-fi. That's gotta be awesome.
Yeah, she was like, she would be locked in, and I'm serious because I didn't even. I would like watch the Next Generation, when it, when I had to or whatever. But no, she was on it, bro. She
Right.
she loved those shows. So I
That's
don't
what's
know.
up.
My earliest memories with my mom was like being in England watching Star Trek.
That's nuts, man. Did she watch Star Wars? Or was she strictly a Trek?
uh, so Star Wars, she wasn't into it like that. But
See, and I think
so
that's what I think that a lot of people, and I guess it had to be a generational thing, maybe,
well
because
for for for
I can understand young people being into both, but
Mhm.
Star Trek was on TV for how many years before Star Wars?
Yeah. But also, like, she like, she watched Buck Rogers and
Correct.
Battlestar Galactica.
So
So the thing about Star Wars is when the first one came out, I think we were in England, so we didn't
mhm.
really get to see that one. And then I'm trying to remember. And then when the second one, Empire Strikes Back, came out, we were in Idaho and we didn't have like a movie theater. I think it was like an hour to get to a movie theater.
Hmm.
So I didn't see. The first time I saw Star Wars and Empire was on VHS,
Oh, cool, cool.
and then like I had read the books.
Hmm.
Like I was reading. I was little, like 6, 7 years old. I was reading the novels, but
Hmm.
I didn't get to see them.
Right,
And then when Jedi came out, I think I saw that in the theater.
right.
But I honestly think I may have seen Return of the Jedi before I saw the other.
The other ones
Yeah,
that
because
makes sense.
like when we lived on the military base, then we did get a movie theater, but it was like the movies would come out like 3 to 6 months after. Like we
Hmm.
would get it like 3 to 6 months after it came out in the mainstream movie
Hmm.
theater.
Hmm.
It was crazy, man.
You know, you know.
I'm trying to do the math, but I know I didn't see. I know I read Empire Strikes Back when I was in Idaho.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, I don't.
You gotta
It was
ask her,
tough
man.
times.
If she what? Here's a question because your mom's cool enough to answer this. Ask her what she feels about Star Trek versus Star Wars, because that's like a topic that I would actually like to hear her, you know, define, man. Because I don't get to have conversations with enough. And this is the problem, y'all. We had this discussion, man. Listen, I know there's nerd women out there. I've talked to them, but I'm talking about from like generations ago, like when I was in
Mm.
school and beyond, me and stuff. Like there's nerd women that exist, and I wasn't lucky enough to know them. That's all. That's all. I know y'all exist,
so,
but I want to hear that from them.
so the thing, I guess the thing, because I've talked to like enough, like of my like elders about Star Trek. The thing about Star Trek, it came out like 10 years or something before Star
Hmm.
Wars,
Correct.
and I think there was a loyalty because they had a black woman on the show. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
think that is probably, like, I know my mom wasn't anti Star Wars. I think she was kind of not like I said, we would watch the TV like Buck Rogers, Battlestar
Hmm.
Galactica,
Hmm.
like that was happening in the house regularly.
Yeah.
Um, but as far as like by the time like we got a hold of Star Wars, I think maybe she wasn't like really pressed. I'm
Right.
I can't I don't even remember. I
That's
remember
crazy.
her watching. I remember she would watch him with Omar when he was a
Hmm.
baby
Hmm.
because she'd be like, "What? Well, not a baby. He could be like 3 or 4." But she'd be like, "What you want to watch? I want to watch Star Wars." And then she would
Hmm.
watch him with him. But
Right. She
Like
was
when I
ready.
was a kid, she wasn't. Yeah, she wasn't really uh like hard. She would buy me all the toys though. Shout out
Right.
to my parents, bro. Like my Christmases between them and my grandma's, like my mom's mom and my dad's mom, they would like I had toys galore, man. Like
Thank you,
my grandma.
Margot, for saying so. Acting like she was entertained by our tomfoolery this whole time tonight.
Thank you,
We're
Margot.
happy to oblige. You know, eventually we'll have a podcast, and we'll talk about all of these things. Look, randomly.
Right. Today's topic, we just about
You're
to
right.
say words.
You're right.
Um, yeah, I like what Al said. I was saying Star Trek is about humanity. Star Wars is pow bang buck Roger. Yeah, so I think Star Trek just has like a special place in people's mind. Kind of like how,
Did you give Andor another chance?
yeah, man, I watched it.
Okay,
I
I think
just
we talked about it because
I
at first you
fall
said you fell asleep on it, and
I fall asleep a lot.
that's what I was about to say. Listen, man, if you're not saying good words about Andor, man, we have nothing to talk about today. But okay, I was about to say I didn't know if you
No,
caught up to it.
it's dope, man. Like the thing about it
It's so
is
good, man. It's
you
such a
gotta
good
put
show.
you gotta put your phone down and you
Right.
gotta like hone in. Like
Correct.
that's why I like going to the movies so much at
Mm-hmm.
this point. Is
Right.
because there it's like I gotta put my phone down and I'm just gonna watch.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it was dope. Like the weaving, the storytelling, it's crazy.
If
But
you say you like
at
Star
this,
Wars, man, and you don't like Andor, and
no,
they're
it's one of
doing
the
such a good job saying there's no need for any Jedi's in this entire show. However,
yeah.
I'm gonna make you give a crap about this rebel struggle real quick, because that's actually the whole point of the movies. Is
Yeah,
there's a
yeah.
larger than life ghetto entity, galactic oppression, and the people that are sacrificing everything, dog. And I didn't even like homie's character in the movie. What's the movie?
In Rogue One,
In Rogue One. I was like, I kind of like him. But
I, I,
when you remember when I said, why did they pick him? Why did they pick
yeah.
this story? I was
Yeah.
upset. I was like, they got so many other cool. And then now I'm like, they better not kill this dude.
Well, they can.
Correct. I was like, cut it
But
out, man. This is fantastic.
but no,
Yeah.
I like I watched. I went back because they had Rogue One. It was probably like 5 months ago now. You know how time be flying when you get
Right.
old.
Correct.
But they were showing it in the theater in IMAX.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, I it's like I'm gonna stand on my Empire Strikes Back stance,
Yeah.
but maybe that some of that is nostalgia. I don't know if there's a better movie than Rogue One in the Star Wars.
No. It was
In the
so
Star
well
Wars,
done, man.
it's God. And then
It was well done.
like I remember the first time going to see it, and it's like you're following along and everything, but then you start hearing like previous, because I was like, nah, y'all ain't gonna kill them. But then there's the part like good people. I can't remember the line verbatim anymore, but it's like good people died, like gave their lives
Mm-hmm.
to get this. And I was like, oh, y'all sons of gunses.
Correct.
Uh,
Correct.
but yeah,
Good
that
times, man.
so and I like the actor that plays Cassian. So
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, I want to check this out. But
So deep,
I
man.
was just I think so the what was it, the Boba Fett,
Mm-hmm.
like that had got me like to the point where I was like, they don't deserve my time anymore. And I'm not even like that.
Right.
I'll endure. I
Right.
will endure out of loyalty. But I was like, yeah, y'all just playing in our faces. Like, get
Correct.
some TV writers to write
Soon as
TV
that dude did
shows.
that stupid spin to shoot and those stupid Jolly Rancher bikes, I was like, what is the happening? Yeah, it was good, man. Yeah, I'm mad that I was like, it took this long for somebody to actually make me care about the rebel resistance to this degree.
Yeah.
And I never thought I would care about it, but then you put it on the line, man. I was like, dang, good times, man. All right, man. Listen. It's 21 minutes past
Nah,
our
man, keep
time,
going,
man.
keep going.
I'm gonna pull up some reference so I can draw Mr. Lund here and make sure I get that accurate. This page should be well drawn out. We got to get to page 9 and 10 well before we get to Friday. So that way, the rest of the month is just going to be a straight up mad dash. And then, in a reference to get this in your hands, some of this stuff may not be recorded, man. You guys may just have to just say, wait, what page are we on? Just that. Don't worry about it. We almost done. That's what it is.
But
thank y'all,
yeah,
man,
but
for
this
joining.
thank you. And then like before we go, like, because I see the names. A lot of y'all that are in here every day have also ordered copies, like pre-ordered. So I just gotta, we gotta say double, triple thank you for that. Because we really, it's. I feel like this is a. I'm not gonna get too sentimental here because I'm a thug. But shut up. No. But no, I just feel like this is it's a good time for this to be happening. If we, you guys keep putting these batteries in our back, we might mess around and get, a lot of stuff done. Because there's some other fish to fry, so yeah, so thank you guys for coming. Thank you for questions. We didn't really get do a lot of question and answer today. We need to do better tomorrow. Because we want to be here maybe to help you guys as well. But yeah, this is looking fantastic. Marcus overdoing it. He can never just be regular. Just be regular. One time. Just make it regular. But yeah, so thank you guys. And you got anything else, Marcus?
I'm trying to be back on regular schedule time tomorrow, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Tonight was an exception. Thank you guys for being patient and still showing up. And y'all are awesome for that reason. And I'm gonna go play a video game.
I also might go to sleep for once.
I could do that, man, but I just started Monster Hunter out of nowhere again. Arc Raiders is trying to pull me back in, but because they just did an update, and I'm fighting it because I don't want to yell at nobody for taking my stuff. It's an extraction shooter, and I don't want that kind of pressure before going to bed. And I'm not trying to cuss out loud while everybody's asleep. It's this thing.
Makes sense. Yeah.
It's this thing.
A man without a plan is not
you know what I'm saying? Remember, look, I ain't gonna start. Remember, late night, shooting grubs and cussing.
Gears of War.
Gears of War, man. Oh my God! If anybody came down those stairs, go back upstairs.
I will say that was. I think that was the peak, the pinnacle of my video. I mean, we was like, let's get these kids into bed.
Let's get them, man.
And then our whole squad, we were serious. We were formidable.
That was a good time, man. I think they're still chasing. The Xbox is going through some stuff right now, man.
I still play. We still play it. Me and
Celia, it's not the same. Do they still have the hordes?
Yeah, that's on 2. So 2 was the best. That's the horde that we played.
Yeah,
and it's not the other ones. They were doing too much, but 2 was the one where it was just straight gangster.
Yeah, man.
Fight for you. Yeah. So they that. So when we play horde, we always play 2, but we still be doing campaigns and everything, man. It's just a beautiful time.
We get on a good. I need a good a good shooter one of these days.
All
right, black people. Y'all say good. And see y'all tomorrow, man. We got some more stuff. Thank y'all for joining. We got some good panelage going on.
I believe that.
Thank y'all for.
And this is a lot of the you did a lot of the harder stuff on this night. That other stuff.
This is easy.
Quickly. Yeah, yeah. All right,
The mask is gonna get to a point where I can actually dry it in my sleep because he'll wear it again. But y'all, you have no idea what this dude is even capable of yet. And that's what excites me. It's more technology that I gotta draw, but I'm excited to because I've never seen anybody else use that in a modern futuristic setting. So I'm excited. So this dude is a problem, man. Just wait.
Yeah.
Just wait and see. But all right, we out for real this time.
All right.
All right, go on, y'all. Peace.